I think it's pretty much safe to say that one of the most mysterious characters in the Star Wars franchise has got to be Darth Plagueis. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, I wanted to go over Episode 9 specifically because, of course, J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, they are working very hard on this film. Sure, there have been some script rewrites and some script adjustments here and there in order to get the overall Episode 9 plot correct that will really resonate with a lot of Star Wars fans around the world. Now, looking at everything here, these past couple of months or so, we've been hearing a lot more about Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which specifically has all to do with the description of both Emperor Palpatine, Darth Plagueis, Rey, and Kylo Ren. Specifically a description of Rey walking on a metallic bridge with Kylo Ren, surrounded by darkness, as if they are walking on a bridge in space. In front of them is a rectangular door with white lights glowing around it, going through the door of what appears to be an illusion of a cloaked figure, where the face looks like a mun, implying this is Darth Plagueis. Next to the Plagueis figure is Emperor Palpatine with the hood over his head. However, his face is obscured, just like Plagueis's. The Plagueis figure holds a large staff with Palpatine holding and kneeling before the Plagueis figure, handing him a kyber crystal that may very well be a crystal that once belonged to an ancient Sith Lord. It's colored red. Eventually, the door begins to fade and vanish as Kylo Ren and Rey continue to walk into the darkness. So I really wanted to go over some pointers here that really do pique my interest for Episode 9. Now, number one, I believe that this is indeed the Worlds Between Worlds from Star Wars Rebels Season 4. If you guys actually go ahead and examine the Worlds Between Worlds, it's a very interesting concept that applies time travel to the Star Wars franchise, which was quite controversial between a lot of Star Wars fans out there. A lot of people did not like this idea as well, but some people actually really do love the idea of the Worlds Between Worlds because it allows characters in the present to be able to see moments of the past. And Kylo Ren and Rey could very well be walking through the Worlds Between Worlds where they witness both Darth Plagueis and Emperor Palpatine. Now, this could also connect to the large rumors that we have been hearing about these past couple of days that Matt Smith would be portraying a younger version of Emperor Palpatine in Episode 9. I don't know if you guys heard about that from the Weekly Planet. Very interesting podcast for sure. It's all over the net. Very interesting stuff for sure. And if a young Emperor Palpatine is coming into play here for Star Wars Episode 9, that could very well be Matt Smith's quote-unquote key role in the overall plot of this movie. So Darth Plagueis having a connection to Star Wars Episode 9, and him being a mun, this really does raise a lot of questions. But what's really interesting to me is how Darth Plagueis is actually going to have some kind of connection in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, it seems, between both J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio trying to really work things around and having this huge connection to the prequels. Now, we actually heard about this months ago that Disney and Lucasfilm were toying around with the idea of implementing Darth Plagueis into Star Wars Episode 9 in some way, shape, or form. Now, these past couple of weeks, we've been going over some of the storyboard descriptions, going over one of the Plagueis statues, the Plagueis painting that we went over in one of the vaults that belonged to Emperor Palpatine. All of these different things are little tiny connections to Darth Plagueis in order to somewhat make him more of a mainstream character to the casual audience member seeing a Star Wars movie come December of 2019. So, Darth Plagueis being a part of Star Wars Episode 9, do I think it's going to be a significant piece? That I'm not quite sure. But will he actually have a connection to some of our characters? That's a question open on the table for discussion for sure. Now, as far as the door that's in front of Rey and Kylo Ren that has the white outline that's glowing around it, again, it sounds like a new take at least on the Worlds Between Worlds. If you guys actually watch that episode, you will see that a lot of the portals are like a triangle or circular objects. So they may be trying to do something completely new in Star Wars Episode 9. So looking at everything else between the kyber crystal that Emperor Palpatine is giving to, of course, Darth Plagueis, What's the significance of that kyber crystal? What would it really serve the overall plot of Episode 9? Could this very well be the kyber crystal that we saw on Luke Skywalker's necklace in The Last Jedi, perhaps? That's a big possibility. So anyways, guys, I would really love to hear your opinion about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.